What's up, everyone, and welcome to What You Gonna Watch. So, it's been a while since the last episode has been published. To be specific, that last episode is published on April 26th, and today's May 12th. So, there is a little bit of a time difference there, but in that time, I have done some show watching, and I have finished LA's Finest. So, I already did an episode on LA's Finest. But when I did that, I haven't finished yet, and I finished LA's Finest a few days ago, so we are going to go over that. Anyways, and let's get started. Shall we? So, I'm not sure if I'm going to read the show description twice, like now and later, but to refresh your memory on the description, here it is. LA's Finest follows Syd Burnett, last seen in Miami taking down a drug cartel who has seemingly left her complicated past behind to become an LAPD detective. Pair with a new partner, Nancy McKenna, a working mom with an equally complex history, Syd is forced to confront her how unapologetic lifestyle may be masking a greater personal secret. Taking on the most dangerous criminals in Los Angeles while skirting the rules and speed limits, Syd and Nancy become a force to be reckoned with on the streets and in each other's lives. So that right there was the description of LA's Finest, and now we're gonna go over it. So there are a lot of plot twists, a lot of I don't know if I would say crazy, but it's I don't know. Yeah. So, I don't know if you guys have heard my last episode, but if not, I'd recommend go checking it out before you see this one. But so, I don't know where I left off, so I'll just briefly go over it and then talk further into details about some more things. So I just want to give you a spoiler alert real quick, if that's all okay with you guys. So if you haven't seen the show, you plan on seeing it, or you just don't really like spoiler alerts too much, I guess, then I would recommend not watching this part. So I don't know how many of you guys know this, but Syd was on this team, this force, whatever, who's going to take down a drug cartel, as it was seen, or as you guys heard in the description. And I'm pretty sure his name was Knox, that was running it or something like that. I don't know. But here comes the spoiler alert, so if I were you, I'd cover your ears if you plan on ever watching this again. Warren Hendricks, I don't know. Anyways, he is a big part of Syd's life. One point, spoiler alert, Syd was carrying his baby. But what happened when they were on the undercover mission, a lot of things happened. The baby ended up dying, and she was almost dead too. She was almost left for dead. So yeah, but you find out that Warren, who I'm pretty sure she loved, was let me tell you this. Syd has focused a lot of her time, a lot of her energy, a lot of her effort trying to find Knox, take him down, justice for what Knox did to her. And later, she has a plan, a whole entire plan that should necessarily work. But the only thing is it's all wrong. So she goes, to do it, and, Warren's with her. And Syd, shows Warren some things, and he's not as happy as she would like, or any of that. And as they're walking outside, he tells her that, you should not do this. This is a bad idea. And he goes on and eventually says he's Knox, which was mind-blowing. Because if you've seen the show yourself, you would understand how mind-blowing it is. And they just say he's Knox. So, yeah. I don't think she really believed him. At first, she was like, what do you mean you're Knox? But then eventually she got it, and she pretty much hated him. Another spoiler here, she ended up killing him as well. That was only because he was gonna kill McKenna for saving someone, I believe, who was also a bad person, and kidnapped Izzy, who was her daughter, technically stepdaughter or something like that. I'm not sure. Anyways, so yeah. So in the description, it says that they do a lot of things, like breaking the rules, speed limits, to be specific is what it says in there. But anyways, they break a lot of rules doing things they shouldn't be doing, as cops. They also eventually do get suspended, which is when, she kills is when she kills Knox, who was actually, just a fake name. I'll explain that in just a few seconds of how the name Knox and all that stuff even came into play here. But anyways, and then they're suspended. They were, of course, I don't know if you've noticed this, but on a lot of TV shows and movies, cops are sort of limited, they can only do so much, and when they get, because they're cops, so, yeah, and when they get fired, they, are able to do a little bit more than they were able to as police officers, and so they tend to get, sometimes they get a lot more done than they normally would have, sometimes they don't, but most of the time, they do get more work done than they normally would, and it was the same thing happened in this case, because, I guess once Syd and McKenna had something on mind, they're one of those people, it's hard to clear their mind of that. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get on to why Knox even exists. So, Warren, I told you about him. He was part of, I don't know what it was, another force or whatever. This is, before the Knox force came to be, and stuff like that. But he was on some kind of force, going undercover to, defeat and get rid of the biggest drug cartel there was. Sorry, anyways. But, so, as the group was called, and, if I'm correct, Warren, said that, Knox was just a random name that came up and that they came up of, and they just decided to go with that name. I can't exactly remember the full name. Knox something, I don't know, but yeah. So there you go. Warren was undercover. I don't know when it was, but there was a task force, another undercover thing, for that same purpose, or not for the same purpose, but for a similar purpose, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, Syd went undercover. And there, I think she was go meet up with Knox and stuff like that. I don't know. But, either way, Warren was, at the police department or something like that. I can't remember. He was there, in her ear communicating. Someone pulled up, I can't remember who it was, and said, get in the car. I don't know exactly if they said get in the car, but basically they wanted her to get in the car so they could take her to meet Knox. Syd wanted to get in the car, but, I don't know how to explain Syd's personality. But anyway, she wanted to get in the car, and Warren was warning her not to get in the car. Whatever you do, don't get in the car. And I'm pretty sure she took out her earpiece, whatever, and she got in the car. Next thing you know, she woke up in a hospital. She wasn't 100% sure what happened to her, but when she woke up, I'm pretty sure one of the doctors told her that her baby did not make it, and also the baby who Warren did not know, but it was Warren's baby at the time. Yeah. By the way, also, spoiler alert, you don't learn this till, near the end. Maybe, the last, I don't know, second, third to last episode. You learn that Warren shot her. So she was, I can't remember, I believe she was, raped, abused, beat up, and then shot. And I'm pretty sure Warren was the one who shot her. Or Warren was the one who shot her. She saw it in a memory, memory flash. So, yeah, so Warren killed his boy. Because later on you find out it was a boy, and I believe she was going to name him Charlie or something like that. But Charlie's almost life was never given, so yeah. Also, the reason the reason that she never told Warren about the babies because she didn't know if she wanted to keep it, and then as she said later that she didn't know if she wanted it after it had died. So yeah. So like I said, a lot of crazy things happened, and I only named a few. So if this show seems interesting to you, I would highly, highly recommend checking it out. It's a great show. And merch, if you guys want it, I believe you know where it's at. But if not, you go to wgwcast.wordpress.com, bonfire.com, /wgwcast, or bonfire/store/wgw. I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. And before you go, here's the description one last time for all you guys who would like to hear it one last time. Also, it's tradition to put it at the end of the episode. So, here we go. LA's finest follows Syd Burnett, last seen in Miami, taking down a drug cartel who has seemingly left her complicated past behind to become an LAPD detective. Paired with her new partner Nancy, which the last time I made this episode, I had no clue who her name was. Nancy. Everyone calls her McKenna. I was like, what? So yeah. Anyways, her name's Nancy. Big surprise. Anyways, paired with her new partner Nancy, McKenna, a working mom with an equally complex history, Syd is forced to confront how her unapologetic lifestyle may be masking a greater personal secret. Taking on the most dangerous criminals in Los Angeles while skirting the rules and speed limits, Syd and Nancy become a force to reckon with on the streets and in each other's lives. So yeah, I guess they do sort of mix lives quite a bit. So yeah. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, and if you guys have any questions or show suggestions, don't be shy. Leave a voice message. Once again, thank you guys for 1,000 plays. I knew we could make it. Well, actually, I didn't really believe we could at the time. It's just me, and I didn't really have any good gear. I don't really have the best gear now, anyways, about that. But you know what? Have a great day, great night, and I will see you in next episode. Hopefully, it's not this far apart. I don't believe it will. I just need, to take a break, give my mind a break for a little bit. Anyways, thank you guys for listening.